Hey everybody, it's Mattie here with Altcoin Buzz. Hope you're having a brilliant start to your weekend and a very fine Saturday. We're taking a look at a bunch of news today that seems to be institutional in nature. And look guys, at the time of this recording, Bitcoin is battling the bears. We're resting on the teetering edge of that $7,000 price point. So let's see what happens. Things could go up, things could go down. But as always, we're going to strive to deliver the positive news to you out there in the Altcoin Buzz army. There are actually multiple silver linings that we're going to consider today, again, related to institutional news. Many of them are related to Coinbase. So we're going to take a look at a problem that occurred yesterday with Canadian and, as I understand, Venezuelan users of Coinbase that were not able to withdraw their funds. I'm not talking about sell their funds. I'm talking about withdraw their funds. So we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at ETC, Ethereum Classic, and new details as to when ETC is going to be available to trade and sell as an asset on Coinbase. We're going to take a look at the reaction price-wise that ETC has had to these Coinbase announcements. We're also taking a look at Coinbase Custody that is exploring a range of new assets. Now, they're not necessarily going to be added in a buy-sell capacity, but we'll take a further look into what it is they're doing. They have a whole range that they're exploring here, quite a few. So we'll let you know what the details are surrounding that. But we're beginning here with this story on Bloomberg that relates to our coverage of ICE, Intercontinental Exchange, and their efforts from yesterday. So buying your Starbucks fix with Bitcoin is now closer to reality. What are we talking about? This does relate to the story that we covered yesterday, provides a different perspective and an angle that I perhaps neglected to cover. So it's hard to buy coffee with Bitcoin, but Starbucks may be poised to make that easier. The beverage retailer is teaming up with one of the world's biggest exchange operators, Intercontinental Exchange, which just created a venture called Backed, designed to more tightly integrate digital currencies into global commerce. If you're not familiar with this story, you don't remember what we did yesterday, perhaps you didn't watch the video, I suggest that you do. We're going to link to that in the end. But Intercontinental Exchange is an Atlanta-based firm that owns the New York Stock Exchange. On Friday, they announced that they plan to launch a digital assets platform and a Bitcoin futures product. This is really important, and the angle that we took was the fact that ICE also plans to offer a one-day physical Bitcoin futures contract. So a physical distinction is going to be something that they emphasize, which is very important as far as its differentiation with other financial products in the space. Here's the angle that perhaps I neglected to cover or give full exposure to, but the firm adds that major companies including BCG, Microsoft, and Starbucks are providing expertise on risk management and consumer experience for the project. Starbucks will also work to develop, quote, practical, trusted, and regulated applications for consumers to convert digital assets into US dollars for use at the firm's outlets. We took a look at Jeffrey Sprecker's quote from yesterday, but here you have the release also indicates that M12, Microsoft's venture capital firm, Galaxy Digital, Horizons Ventures, Allen Howard, and Pantera Capital are among the firms who have either invested in or are expected to invest in the project. So there was all this talk, all this chatter a few months ago now about Starbucks entering the cryptocurrency space. And these are totally unsubstantiated rumors, but some did exist and suggested that they were going to come up with their own crypto. I guess this is a more indirect route that's being taken, but it's a more exciting one in my opinion as well, because they have the backing of these major institutional financial heavyweights. So that's what's exciting to me. ICE said Starbucks and Microsoft Corporation were joining the effort to help consumers and institutions, quote, buy, sell, and spend digital assets. The companies didn't provide a timetable. This is seismic. I mean, this is the kind of thing, it may not be the sexiest headline to read about. I mean, you'd have to really speculate and provide some clickbait about, oh, buy your Starbucks with Bitcoin. Not quite. But this is, really the foundational layers that go into that kind of eventual outcome. And I'm pretty impressed. It's the kind of thing that we're going to perhaps have to hold our breath on a little bit, but the potential here is huge. Let me know what you guys think below in the comments. Would love to hear your perspectives on the issue. And here, this is somebody that I have in my Twitter network that alerted me to this. This isn't an April Fool's joke. Coinbase won't let me withdraw my coins because I'm from Canada. What is this bullish? And I experienced this problem yesterday when trying to withdraw funds. And I'm not talking about cashing out, selling your funds into your bank account, because as a Canadian, or as Canadians, I should say, we're not able to do that by default. But this is just transferring between wallets. For example, an external Bitcoin wallet, transferring your Coinbase Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin to an external wallet. That wasn't possible yesterday. And it seemed to affect both Canadians and Venezuelans, from what I understand. Here it was covered on Reddit. Coinbase website halts cryptocurrency withdrawals for Canadians, rather. If you're a Canadian user of Coinbase and have tried sending your coins from Coinbase to your private wallet via their website, you will be dismayed to find a, quote, withdrawals not supported message just like this for your country. So fortunately, there was a response via another Twitter account by Mr. Brian Armstrong. He took note of it right away. Strange. Taking a look and sent to the team. Thanks for surfacing. And as it stands right now, I was actually able to check my Coinbase account yesterday. Everything seemed to be smoothly functioning once again. So I don't know whether that was a glitch. I don't know, I don't want to speculate too much, but I'll give Coinbase credit because they resolved the issue. It was reported within a day, basically. They ran it up the flagpole. Brian Armstrong was responsive. Obviously, he deployed a task force right away, and it seems to have been resolved. So as far as missteps go, I'll give them credit for really handling that one well and putting out the fire, dealing very effectively with it. While we're on the subject of Coinbase, our engineering team is beginning final testing of Ethereum Classic on Coinbase products. We expect final testing to be completed by Tuesday, August 7th, at which point we expect to announce that we're ready to accept inbound transfers of ETC Ethereum Classic. And then in an even more recent update, this is a response to their last post right there, we intend to allow 24 to 48 hours of inbound transfers before enabling trading of Ethereum Classic on Coinbase Pro and Prime. So it looks like all of a sudden, we did have this announcement a few weeks ago. Ethereum Classic spiked. Everybody was all excited about it. And then, it's the herd mentality sometimes. There was a price decline. There was a bit of a sell-off. And now that cycle seems to be repeating itself. People are investing in Ethereum Classic and getting excited about it all over again. So here you have final testing for ETC support on Coinbase. Coinbase Pro will be open for inbound transfers of ETC on Tuesday, August 7th. Today, our engineering team is beginning final testing of support for Ethereum Classic on Coinbase. We are making this announcement consistent with our process for adding new assets. We expect final testing to be completed by Tuesday, August 7th, at which point we will announce that we're ready to accept inbound transfers of ETC. We intend to allow 24 to 48 hours of inbound transfers through Coinbase Pro and Coinbase Prime before enabling trading. So that's right around the corner. There you have it, guys. I'd be curious to know if you all are individually excited about ETC. Is it something that you've stocked up on in anticipation of its addition to Coinbase? Let me know if that's something that you have done. As I said, we're dancing right around that $7,000 unit mark price point for Bitcoin at the moment. We've lost a little bit from yesterday, unfortunately, but looking at the winners in the last 24 hours, you do have some standouts, not the least of which is Ethereum Classic. So it's up over 9% in the last 24 hours, and that's even down a little bit here with the recent sell-off. So it was up even more than that, probably in the range of about 12 to 15% earlier this morning. So let us know, guys, if you're excited about Ethereum Classic, if that's something that's on your radar. And then final piece of the news today, I don't want to oversell this headline because there's a caveat, but Coinbase Custody is exploring a range of new assets. These assets are only being considered by custody at this time, and this announcement has no bearing on trading-based products. So again, this is not a trading-based consideration, but it's a whole range of assets. We're going to go over them in a second. Coinbase Custody is exploring the addition of many existing and forthcoming crypto assets for storage only. Once again, these considerations are for storage only, and we'll be working to add them as quickly and safely as possible. At this time, we have not yet considered these assets for trading. We are making this announcement internally at Coinbase and to the public at the same time. Good move to remain transparent with our customers about support for future assets. Asset additions to Coinbase Custody have no bearing on whether they will be added to other Coinbase products. Asset additions for trading must pass our digital asset framework. Let's take a look at what some of these assets are. I'm just going to rapid fire read through them very quickly. So we have in the first row up top, Cardano, Zcash, Stellar Lumens, XRP, EOS, Monero, VeChain, Tezos, Quantum, Bytecoin, Bitcoin Gold, Decred, BitShares, Icon, Ontology, Steem, Dogecoin, Siacoin, Wanchain, Nano, Telegram, Filecoin, Tata2, Definity, Blockstack, Basis, Neo, Dash, Nem, Trust Token, Hedra, Hashgraph, Token Card, Polkadot, Kick, Props, Origin, and Foam. Now, again, the disclaimer is that they're being considered for storage only on Coinbase custody, but you have to imagine that down the line, maybe these eventually could make their way into Coinbase as trading assets. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm not even saying that's my opinion. But if they already have these integrated as far as their Coinbase custody options for storage, then it would, it would stand to reason that if they were to add something in the future, as far as their trading, their selling, their buying offerings, it would perhaps come from one of these. So let us know in the comments below, among these 37 assets that are being considered for storage capabilities, which ones are your favorites? Which ones are you invested in, if any, for the long term? And let us know what excites you most about this announcement. So with that, ladies and gentlemen of the Altcoin Buzz Army, we're rounding it out for today. Make sure you're following Altcoin Buzz and Altcoin Buzz News on Twitter. Make sure you're following all the fun stuff, Instagram, Facebook, and Telegram. Of course, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell to remain notified. If you missed yesterday's video or our most recent content, be sure to click the link on the right. You can also connect to our website, altcoinbuzz.io. If you choose to invest, I wish you happy investing. And with that, we will see you again soon in a new video. Have a great weekend and take care.